Lakemba Public School is a primary school in southwestern Sydney. Many of our families come from overseas, so we're 98.8% non-English speaking background. There are 4 executives and they lead the stage-based teams, so they are no longer class teachers, they're team teachers.
Stage 1 follows on from our kindergarten year and then flows into stage 2, which is year 3 and 4, and stage 3, which comprises year 5 and 6.
The role of my team leader is to support us, to guide us, and to be there for us when we have any queries, any issues, anything we need.
I meet with my team in the mornings once a week and for half a day on a fortnightly basis. During those half-day sessions, I follow a learning plan which I draw up at the beginning of the term.
The stage meetings that we have fortnightly are very valuable in its time set aside to discuss our teaching and discuss the learning and the needs of the children. So it's working together on improving the student outcomes, and it's actually valuing the time that it takes to do that.
So the lesson study itself involves a couple of stages. Each team collaborates to devise a lesson. The lesson is then taught by one of the team members who volunteers to teach.
Initially, a lesson is taught and it's observed by our stage team. After that, a discussion takes place about what some of the strengths and weaknesses were in the lesson and how it could possibly be improved. Then the group together plans a second teaching of the lesson. The teachers who were observing all met together before my lesson and had a discussion on what would take place.
We meet as a team. The lesson plan is distributed to everybody. The observation sheets are distributed to everybody. We have a really quick discussion about this is what we're looking for. Remember, we're not looking at the teacher, we're looking at the process, we're looking at the lesson. It's important Lorraine, our principal, comes, and she's a very active participant in the observation and in the pre-discussion and post-discussions.
After the completion of the lesson, we met together again for a discussion. The discussion started with myself talking about how I felt the lesson went, whether the outcomes were met by the students. It was nice having the different levelled activities, and I could walk around and see what each of them were up to. And I thought a range of children were answering questions.
Sorry, I like the way Libby said, do you want more thinking time? So that the child could actually opt out if they didn't think they could answer, and it was put in a positive way.
Last time I found it a little bit harder to see what strategies they were using.
I thought the things that she chose to change were really good and it worked really well. It is daunting, but when you're in the middle of it and after you've had a discussion about it, it's really, really beneficial.
The lesson study approach really gives us time to get in and see how other teachers teach and pick up some really good ideas.
During the year, we like to do 2 cycles per semester.
The funding that I've had at the moment has just taught me that there is creative ways of actually addressing the needs of the school, and when the funding actually ceases, I'm still going to have a priority on teacher learning, because teacher learning actually improves student outcomes. So that can be done through a variety of ways, looking at creative staffing, combining positions and sharing the position. The source of funding for those things can come from global budget and also vacant positions and other ways of looking at staffing. And if you make it a priority, you'll find ways of making sure that staff have the time they need to reflect and share their practice with others.